Pollution affects the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the places we live. What do you know about pollution? How does it affect you, and what can you do about it? My name is Cynthia Bassi. Welcome to Science on the Streets. Right about now, let's hit the streets to find out what people know about pollution. And still on the show, we'll find out the science behind it.
Welcome to the Science on the Street experiment segment. Today, we'll be doing a simple but powerful activity that shows how pollution, especially water pollution, can affect our environment, our health, and even the things we eat and drink every day. Many of us see dirty gutters, polluted rivers, or blocked drains and think it's just normal. But the truth is, it is a serious issue. So let's break it down using something everyone understands: water. In front of me, I have 2 containers of clean water. Imagine these are our rivers, lakes, and underground sources that gives us water for drinking, cooking, farming, and fishing. This is how water should look. Here, clear, fresh, and healthy for humans and animals alike. Now, let's talk about pollution. Pollution happens when harmful substances like waste, chemicals, or dirty materials get into the environment and change it in a bad way. This bag of soil represents things like sand and dirt that get washed into water when there's erosion or poor drainage. This plastic bag represents litter people throw on the street, and this drink can stand in for factory waste or chemicals that are sometimes dumped into rivers. Let's now simulate what happens when pollution enters our water bodies. Now, this is no longer clean water. It is brown, cloudy, and full of waste. Fish can't breathe in it, and people can't drink it. In many parts of Nigeria and the world, water that looks like this is still used daily, and that's dangerous and unhealthy. Let's say this toy fish represents a real fish. How long do you think it can survive in this water? Polluted water can cause fish to die, destroy plants, and make people sick with diseases like cholera, typhoid, and skin infections. Cleaning polluted water is not easy. It takes time, technology, and money. In some areas, we use large treatment plants. In others, people rely on boiling or simple filters. Let's try pouring some of this dirty water through a basic filter and see what happens. It helps a bit, but it's not the same as clean water from the start. This is why preventing pollution is always better than trying to fix it afterward. This experiment shows that every piece of trash we throw carelessly, every time we pour oil in our gutter, or when we fail to manage waste properly, we are harming ourselves, our families, and our future. But the good news is we can make changes. Simple actions like using waste bins, recycling, and supporting cleanup efforts can protect our water, our air, and our land. Now that we've seen how pollution can turn something as clean as water into something dangerous, it's time to hear what the public think about pollution and how it affects them.
Pollution is maybe, let's say for example, when a place is crowded, you just want to isolate yourself. Then the other way around, maybe sound pollution and all those stuff. You can be at home, you want to rest. There along the line, your next door neighbor is playing sound and all those stuff. That's why the world is very noisy, and again, you need a very cool place to calm your head. Then the person will be disturbing and all those stuff. That's a little I know about pollution.
Pollution can simply be defined as disruption of natural resources. It can be either through air, through water, or through land. That's the three major types of pollution. So that's the simplest definition I can give.
So pollution can be defined as the distortion of the environment.
In a layman's language, is the act of exposing waste where it's not supposed to be, thereby causing hazards to the environment and the people living around there.
Pollution means when you look at just cars that are moving around, the gaseous acid that are coming out from the car, it have a negative effect to human being. Because it can cause chronic health problems, something like tuberculosis, kidney problems, a lot of problems that pollution can cause. Mostly airborne diseases. Pollution can cause that. So that's why in a society here, mostly in a well-structured government, something like having what's they call it, electric car in the developed countries, they normally have it, so that all those negative effects of human beings will not occur in the society.
The pollution when is happening now is not the pollution when government they do it. Now, example like environment. Look at the environment when we dey. If they say environment for the pollution, environment is the cleaning this place. You understand? But the cleaning, they never do it. Environmental just they come pack people properties. You understand? Just they come pack people properties. If they pack people properties, you go bail am for the office. That means if you say environment, what is environment? Environment, you are going to clean this place. If you get the people when they do working under environment, so they working under environment. The environment, if you want to work for under that environment, you are working. You come to checking these people when they are selling people like banana, pineapple, pawpaw. You check the people when they sell. If you dirty there for the place, pack them. But they pack. Just the people they are coming to pack this property. You are going to bail them for that place.
I think in this part of Abuja, what I notice most is, should I say air pollution? Because most of the area you get in, you notice that the people there, they are somehow, should I say dirty? Sorry if I might use that word. Because most of the areas are being polluted through the air. Because the dustbins there, sometimes like all these Hausa people, they don't like going to designated place to put on their dustbin. They just spray it everywhere. So by that, I think it increased the air pollution around them. Some places you notice that they just eat and then drop the plates. The flies will now perch on it. They'll still pick it up and they still use the same plate and eat. That alone, it's part of pollution. I don't even know how they will put that one. So to me, I think the pollution here in Kiriki is mostly air pollution, and then should I say what again? Air pollution in terms of gases. I don't really think we have that one here, but inside village, I think it's very, very common there.
It depends on the kind of pollution. We have different types of pollution. We have air pollution, water pollution, even gas pollution. So the one that affects us most is the air one. Like all those things that people litter around, and even burning of materials. Yes, it affects the air. Yes, and when it now enters, it emits gas like carbon monoxide, sulfur oxide. It emits gas. And when the gas now enters the air, it will now pollute the air, and that's why it's called air pollution. will now pollute the air. And when you breathe in the air, your gas level will now get contaminated. You understand? That's when you see yourself getting diseased.
Air pollution now. We have noise. And I don't know the other way around, maybe crowd. I don't know if I can classify it as pollution because some people prefer being isolated and all those stuff. Because, for example, the market is a little bit more polluted with people much. You understand? If you remember, they said distance, COVID-19 and all those stuff. So that's one I know for now. I don't know if you know anyone that can educate me because I'm open to learn and learn. Yeah.
We have air pollution, especially the plastic pollution we are having now. So
It's mostly air pollution, and then should I say what again? Air pollution in terms of gases. I don't really think we have that one here, but inside village, I think it's very, very common there.
We have gaseous pollution. We have pollution by those are the Niger Delta oil producing states. All those is cause pollutions. We still have pollutions by, caused by all these dustbin that you see around. You understand? All these waste products. If it's not well coordinated, it can cause pollutions.
Yeah, about airborne pollution, we have waterborne, we have what I call it, I call it air and waterborne, and also there's a lot, I can say it, yes.
Sound pollution, we have water pollution too.
Water pollution, and then
Mostly, I try to dispose things at the good way, and I try to wash my hand or anything, make sure that the environment I am living is very clean. Yes.
Thank you very much. That's it. Thank you for your.
Okay, mostly I don't like dirty. So in our compound, even if you don't sweep, I'll make sure I sweep and clear up the place so that it will look tidy for others to breathe.
okay. I could say I personally have not really been comfortable littering the environment. That has not been my nature. So even if I am with a can of water now, if I finish consuming it, you see me holding it until I see a wax bin, I will not drop it inside the wax bin. So if Nigerian could learn that habit, because if we are working for our government, it will take a long time to control pollution in Nigeria. So if actually we as individuals will learn that habit of controlling it by ourselves, by that little, if you take pure water, take biscuit, just put it in your bag. When you see a wax bin, you throw it, because by the time we litter it in the environment, when rain comes, it sweep it down to the gutters and it will block it. Thereby, water can't flow again. Before you know it, that's the pollution we're talking about. Yes. You're welcome.
No, the one that affects us most here now is this air pollution, because of the way people litter around and the way people urinate, especially all these our toiletries, the way they urinate. So the very first thing they need to do is to make sure the environment is clean, and make sure people don't urinate around. The way they urinate, our urine is very toxic, so it now goes into the air. The toxic gas that is in urine, that's sulfur. No, that one is not even carbon monoxide. It will now go into the air and pollute the air. So they should first of all stop people from urinating around, defecating around. That's the first one. And the second one again is even all these emission from cars. It pollutes the air too. All these car emission, all these smoke you are seeing emits sulfur 4 oxide. So it now goes into the air too and causes cancer. All this cancer you're hearing these days is caused by all this emission. So we should just try.
One, industries and all these smokes that comes out from all these generators. So it has been causing some harms to maybe patients like asthmatic patients that are not well. How would I put it in English now? So it has disrupted, and also inappropriate way of disposing waste bin has also caused disruption of air flow. Yes.
I can't do anything because the world is growing rapidly and all those stuff. The only thing I can do just to isolate, let's say for example, if the place is too crowded, I'll just avoid. Any place that is very noisy, I just avoid and all those stuff. That's the only thing I can do.
Thanks for hanging out with me on Science on the Streets. Stay curious. I'll catch you next time. But before I leave you, check out this fun fact.